So, on our hanging out feature this morning, I am so excited to be hanging out with someone I've never thought ever in my life I would sit across. But at least, yes, because I have grown up watching, right, the person we're hosting today. And funny thing is, before I even interviewed her, I've had the opportunity to at least spend time with her, which I was, when you're starstruck, but you don't want to show it because you're trying to become. Yeah, and that was me. But this morning, we're hanging out with award-winning veteran actor Motshabi Tyelele. She really is so legendary. She is a shapeshifter. She's so seasoned. She's respected in the industry. And some people act, and then there are some people who just inhabit a character so fully. And I think that's just Aunt Motshabi. That's what she does. And I'm looking forward to us getting to know her better this hour. Remember, you can join this conversation as well. A lot of you were excited when I said she's going to be coming on the show, and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. So you can call on 011-883-0702. WhatsApp's on 072-702-1702. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
So good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too.
Yeah? Are you nervous?
I am so nervous. It's not funny.
What's nervous about?
Oh my goodness. And by the way, we are at also that age. You
didn't have
Oh my Lord.
And then get you
heat,
sweating, get the heat.
The hot flashes and all.
Well, I'm nervous to host you because hosting an incredible thespian like you, I just don't even know where to begin. But I'm glad you came because I think this is part of us also celebrating your incredible work.
Well,
because it's been incredible.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. When you reflect on what you have done up to this point, are you happy? Do you go, I've actually lived my dream and I've managed to be the actor I wanted to be? Or do you feel I've only scratched the surface?
Oh my goodness. I'm sure you can see that I'm getting emotional. That's a difficult question because one looks at one's work as a calling, and the more you see what is happening there, yes, you can see what you've done, but you do feel that there's so much that you haven't done. And there's that little thing that says you're failing society. I've been saying a lot of this to my peers, that I think actors right now at this stage, because there are so many stories that should have been out there by now, that should, inspire our people, that should just challenge the status quo, that that's when you really ask what our role is or my role as an artist. So to answer your question, I really feel that I haven't done much. And if it looks like I've done a lot, I think there's still so much to do. And you can never, look, when you've arrived, then you might as well just die. Because you would have done things.
Ooh, that's
so
it.
I haven't.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because I think we live in a society that obsesses about the concept of arriving at the destination. And we lose, the joy of enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
And that's precisely it.
Yeah.
Once you've arrived, and then what?
And then what? So it means you have no other things to do.
Yeah.
You know it all. But right now, I feel that there is so much, and the where the world is now, right in South Africa, it's even worse. We've got so many things, and I'm thinking. I'm missing songs. I'm missing activism. I'm missing, writing. And I'm saying I'm also responsible.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming other people. I'm just challenging myself and challenging those in the industry. This is the time when we really have to make our voice much stronger, much, I don't know, like fight you know.
Why do you think why do you think artists are not doing that in the same manner that we have seen artists, especially during the struggle against apartheid, do? Because, there were people who took their artistry so seriously and they said, I don't have a choice here. When there's injustice, I feel the need to express it through my music. I feel the need to express it through theater productions. And I'm just wondering, what is it about the society today that's not breaking into that spirit of creativity that still raises the very issues that are so important in our society today?
I think when we started, sometimes when I look back and I think, post 94, we were so interested in being part of the world that we forgot self. We were the Rainbow Nation, and we forgot about the struggle. Let's forget, let's move on. And we I remember clearly post 94 looking at what was even coming out in, whether it's in theaters or it was musicals, it was things, international stuff. I'm not against that, really understand me. But I think on that journey, we then forgot because we thought we had arrived. Yeah, so freedom is here. Sarafina, we were saying freedom is coming tomorrow. Now it had come.
It has come, and then what?
Yeah.
Again.
And actually, that's when
it begins.
The work starts.
Yes.
We relaxed. And there are people who are writing, who are creating. Please, I'm not taking anything away from those. But I think for me personally, I feel like it would have been so much.
Yeah.
So much. This is a country that is faced with so many things, so a lot to celebrate, a lot to cry about, just so much wealth of things, and we are not doing it. I think we also try to fit in with the rest of the world, forgetting that our uniqueness is just so beautiful and deeper and stronger than anything else.
So you walked in here, and the first thought I had was, you don't age. Like you've always looked so beautiful and so calm and collected. Like you've always been so classy. And how do you maintain that?
Oh my goodness! This is the question that I get every single day, even yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. And my answer is still the same. It is grace. It is God's grace, because I don't know what else to say. I mean, I could say, I can say to you, it is the values that I live by. It is the choices that I've made. But over and above all that, when I look at other things, I think it is God's grace, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a beautiful way to put it. So there's a different way that, and I don't know how to explain this to you. It may not make sense, so forgive me. But there's a different way that you portray characters on television that we don't always see from actors. And I always say, because I've got friends who are, actors, who are creatives. And I always say, the minute I'm watching something, I can see you acting, then you've completely lost me. When I watch something, I want to believe it. Like, I want to believe that character. I want to believe that that's who they are. And they're not portraying a character. And that's very rare to find. And with you, I mean, I've lost count of the productions I've seen you on. And every time you come in, like, there is such nuance, there's such depth to the character that you play that we are so convinced. And I don't know if that comes from because you are trained as an actor, or maybe you can help us understand, where does it come from? How do you approach acting and your artistry? Because it really is different. There's so much depth and nuance.
Yeah. Some of these things, it's funny because sometimes I don't even think I think consciously about certain things.
It's not intentional.
Maybe there's a bit of that, because obviously there's training. You just, alluded to that. But Each character has a story. This is what I'm going to say. Each character has a story, and the writers or the script will give you something, and you as a performer has to find out more about that person. That's not you. Okay. The foundation is you, because you're going to play this, you're going to give life to this. Okay. But I always challenge even young actors and say, what is your subtext? Who is this person? Find out about those nitty-gritties, so that even if they steal from you because you are the creator of it, or the foundation of that character, you know that they are totally not you. They have their own life. So part of that, it could be education, it could be training, to just know that, know the different methodologies, to tackle that. I don't think there's also just one way to do it. It also depends on what you are faced with at the time. You are given the script, what type of a script, how much time. For example, the different genres will also be different. In theater, you would have 4 to 6 weeks of rehearsals where you really find that person. You find them, you cry, and I always say to people, you strip yourself kalkhat, like naked. That's the beginning of good performance, I think, to really strip yourself naked, that you can be able to find the layers for this person that you're dealing with. It is, all emotionally, physically. You find, who are they? How do they walk? How do they breathe? How do they react? What do they eat? It's just creating. That's part of creation.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So finding those nitty-gritties that are unique to that character.
Yes,
and honing that. That's so interesting. 011-883-0702. That's the number to dial. The WhatsApp line is 0727021702. We've got a legend in studio this morning, Motshabi Tyelele. So you can call us or send us your WhatsApp voice notes. Maybe you have seen her on stage in theater, starring alongside John Kani in Nothing But the Truth, or you saw her in her own one-woman play, Shweleba. What a piece. A Grave Injustice, where she tackled gender-based violence and justice, and that really has earned her critical acclaim and awards. Where have you seen her? A lot of you are mentioning Skim Sam, you're mentioning Soul City, you're mentioning Suburban Bliss, Tempe Pushers. I can go on and on and on. But before I get to your calls and your WhatsApps, because part of what we do on the Hanging Out feature is to get to know you through song.
Okay.
So tell me about Letambulu's Not Yet Uhuru. Why is this so special to you, the song?
Oh, it is so special. First of all, I love her to bits. And I'm sending her love from here. It is that, for me, she's a true artist. And true artists will always look at where they are and name it. And that song names it. It names it. It says, you think we are in this bubble, but it is not yet Uhuru. We just spoke about that freedom earlier on, that the work begins. And to be able to say, to be able to raise issues in a way that people have takeaways. It's not just about shouting blah blah blah, there's that, but saying, just have a look at this. This is where we come from. This is where we've been, and this is where we are. Wake up. Let us think, for our children, for generations to come. That's a very deep song, and I need to listen to it, because I haven't listened to it again for some time.
And what a relevant song, even today.
Big time.
What a relevant song, even. It was so prophetic at the time.
Big time.
And to this day. Here's Mamle Tambulu's song, Not Yet Uhuru.
Oh, thank you.
she can help. Date Mruti Pretoria.
Thank you, Ntate Mrut. Let's get another one.
Hi, Clement. Thank you so much for the show. I love that woman so much. I really love and adore Motshabi so much, and I've been blessed to have been taught by her mom and Soweto Ko Kaugelo. We used to say Mistress Waruna ke Mama Tando, because to
Because
us she's
Sababin.
always going to be Tando from the suburban place. So yeah, I really love and adore her so much. Thank you for having her on the show. Blessings and blessings to her.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Is there a way people can watch that
Kiliboni.
production? Kilibone.
Kiliboni was produced by the SABC. So they should have copies of that if he could find out from them.
Yeah.
It was also a
sometimes we do miss those old shows.
Yes.
it's
And
just
I remember
incredible.
that one also. It was quite powerful. I was only in the first episode or first two episodes, but the role, what you were talking about, was so powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Lulama, you're calling us from Winchester Hills. Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Lulama.
Hello, Clem.
Hey.
Hello, Motshabi.
Hello, Oslulama.
Hello. I just want to express my appreciation for the lady there, my sister.
Thank you.
Yeah, Motshabi, you are God's grace indeed. You are God's grace and calm, the epitome thereof. Even when you're expressing a loud moment, there's an undertone of grace and calm. That's just the building blocks of who you are and how you present yourself to us, even from like the first time we laid our eyes on you on Suburban Bliss, right, all the way through all your productions and seeing you at events, etc. You're always meticulous about your appearance. You're a classic. Clem,
She is.
today,
She is.
International Jazz Day. Bona, whether intentionally or not, when we dogs and
Yes.
Yes. So
She's surprised. She's like, "Whoa! How did they see that?" Well,
so
we're live on
streaming.
YouTube as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just to record my comment, ngesiZulu, Motshabi, what we refer to as Zabuna. Thank you for the presentation.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you, Sis Lulama. Thank you so much.
Bongi, you're in Centurion. Good morning.
Wow, Clemty, thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much, Butch, for bringing our darling home.
Oh.
Thank you.
Tell you, how are you, my angel?
I am so well and blessed. How are you, Oswak?
What an honor and a blessing. I get emotional because people that I used to enjoy you with, Suburban Blitz, they are no more. I'm so happy to. What a crazy woman, Ken. You should interview her with a helmet on. She's unpredictable. That's one.
She is on Suburban Bliss.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Thank you so much for giving us your best, my angel.
Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
Thank you, Bongi, in Centurion. It's 10:31.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
23 minutes before 11 o'clock. We're having such a fascinating conversation this morning with Motshabi Tyelele. She's a legendary actor, and we've just been reflecting on her career during our Hanging Out feature. There's so many people who want to talk to you, but I also don't want to make you cry a lot because you're already swimming in tears from the messages we got earlier. How does it make you feel listening to people express what they expressed?
It humbles me. It really humbles me. And it also kind of makes you aware that, even though you may not be aware, people are always watching and looking.
And they remember you.
And they remember. Yes, they remember.
Yeah.
And, it takes me back to even that saying that people will always remember. They may forget what you did for them, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And it's very, very important. I'm grateful to my late dad who kind of instilled those values. It's almost like he he knew beforehand that I was going, he was going to pass on before, or I was going to be famous. Because I remember, I was about 9, and he would say, it's very easy to climb up the ladder. The way o climbang ka teng will determine the severity of your fall, because life is such that anything can happen when you are at the top. You might slip, you might, something, the wind might blow you,
There's a lot of risk at the top.
Exactly. Depending on how you climbed up, itare how mono, the severity ya falling how it will determine go runyuluile jwang. How ka tsamantso o leboha le batla bona ba o bantseng ba o gaketsa, who are lifting you, because you are not going up there by yourself. People are propelling you, they are pushing you there, they are putting you. Like now, all these people, these beautiful people who have been calling, are putting me on a pedestal. That's what they do. And I must just be grateful enough and humble enough to say, Lord, help me do what I'm meant to do on that level that they've put me, you see. So if it comes with responsibilities, may I be able to really meet those responsibilities.
What was the impact and maybe the role your parents played in where you ended up, right, as an artist, as a creator, as an actor? You said earlier off air that your dad actually even taught you how to do breathing work.
Oh.
Right? Like how to breathe. Something so basic, but it's almost like he knew that you were one day going to become someone who maybe nevers before doing stuff, and you need to know the importance of breathing.
Yeah. That wasn't even related to performance at the time. Well, performance in brackets. Papa was a martial artist. Ne? And what happened, I had fought. I was about 10. And, toothless, because, when you extract your milk teeth, it takes longer to get the real ones. So by the time you go higher primary school, so it's common for a teaser. You'll be teased by. So there was this older bully from another school who would all the time humiliate me, because you're like the teacher's pet. You are the favorite. You're smart. But every time this person, I felt she was so jealous of me. The streets would be teeming with young people from different primary schools around. And she would humiliate me. I mean, and because I didn't have an older brother who could fight for me, I had to fight. One day, I took the humiliation, and one day, nobody understood how I got to that anger. Somebody, there's a Osdimakazo from our street who saw me, and she had to pull me and take me home. And I remember I was angry. I didn't say anything. I only cried as we entered our yard, And to cut a long story short, her mother came, and then, my mother then said, do you want to see the culprit? Because she cried to sleep. She cried herself to sleep. And when they woke me up, this woman couldn't believe it. Because by then she had, described her daughter, who was probably twice, probably a 17-year-old taller, and here am I, 10-year-old shorty little thing. So she couldn't work around her mind. No, it can't be the person who did that. Then my mother said, so you explain to me, if this little thing can do that, what would have driven it? So Mama, my dad, when he came back, he said, I need to teach you how to breathe. One day. And I'm grateful, which is true, because anger can take you to the world that you've never been in, So he taught me how to breathe. How kwatile. So that was from that perspective. So by the time I got to drama school and realized the importance of breath, I was like, wow, yes. And even when you lose your thoughts, take a deep breath. When you feel, I'm panicking, take a deep breath.
That's
That's your survival thing.
Yeah, here's some WhatsApp voice notes that have come. 072 702 and 702.
Hi, Clement. Thank you so much for the show. I love that woman so much. I really love and adore Motshabi so much, and I've been blessed to have been taught by her mom and Soweto go Kaugelo.
Hi, Clement, and hi, Motshabi. When are you coming back to Skim Sam to give Meki Maputla a run for her money? Hey, I used to love you. Because Skim Sam, you were so classy. Yeah, but I love you so much. I hope you come back.
Morning, Clement. I remember that lady, Motshabi Tyelele, when she came to our school in Mabopane. They were playing the book Maru, and she was playing a beautiful Diki lady. I loved her before then, and I still love her today. She's so good at acting, whether it's stage act or on television. I like her. Thank you, boy.
Hello, Clement. Great show. I love your guests so much. I know the very old show that SABC had on repeats. It's just amazing watching her. There was so much power, in her acting and the way she carries herself. I'm from Nigeria. I watched her in Tempe's Pushers or something like that. Tempe's Pushers. And that was amazing. Big ups to her. God bless her abundantly. Thank you. This is Betty from Lagos, Nigeria.
Beautiful. That's so wonderful. Thank you, Becky, for that, and to all the WhatsApps. I'll come to more of them because there are many WhatsApp voice notes that have come through. But let's do another song quickly before we move on to more of the WhatsApp voice notes. There is a song here, Umuhau.
Umuhau. Oh, my goodness.
By Duduza.
Serenade Choir. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love hymns. That's another thing. But I also realized, I said to you when you said, oh, but you're not aging and all that. And I said, it's grace. Kimohau. Kimohau wamujimu kaneti, that one is the way one is. You're healthy, you're looking well, and you still can work. And so, I actually love that hymn.
Kimohau. Man. Yeah, I see you dancing there. I come closer to the mic. What a song. I've just edited on my music.
Yes.
I'm going to listen to it when I leave the show.
You must listen to the choir.
Yeah.
You will be blessed.
I'm going to listen to the whole album. Already the song just touched me. More of your WhatsApps and calls after the break. 11 before 11.
To you, it's just a glass sliding door. To your dog, it's an invisible force field to be tested. But it could also end up being an expensive vet bill. Get peace of mind with Outsurance Pet Insurance from only 65 Rand a month. You get claims paid in one day, a fixed excess, choose your own vet, and you could get a cash out bonus. SMS quote to 45149. That's quote to 45149. Licensed insurer and FSP. TCs and information online.
Evolution doesn't wait. Introducing the Changan Uni S. Unexpected, unmistakable, uncompromising. Engineered to a higher standard, unlike anything in its class. Unsurprising really from China's oldest automaker. Trusted by 30 million drivers worldwide. Visit chang'anmotors.co.za for more. The Changan Uni S.
Changan. Driven to evolve.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.
We're hanging out with the legendary actor Motshabi Tyelele this morning, our Hanging Out feature. And if you are following us on YouTube, you are streaming. You probably saw her moves there while dancing along to Omohau, which is one of her favorite songs. And some of you on YouTube are responding. Mzamo on YouTube says, "Oh, Clement, amazing, amazing woman, strength and grace personified." Morakong on YouTube also says, "Yo, she's aging so well. I used to crush on her back in the days. She has such peaceful energy." And then Madonsela on YouTube says, "She has a beautiful, calm persona, great energy, and I still remember this timeless and contagious love. Such a blessed, solid, and grounded soul." Beautiful messages there on YouTube. Dr. Mutantsi, you are calling us from Johannesburg. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Motshabi
Tyelele. Thobela.
Oh my word. Oh my word. Thank you, Clement. So I heard this morning when Bongani says Motshabi Tyelele will be coming on Clement's show, I'm like, I have to call my friend and congratulate you.
Thank you,
Wishing
dearest.
you all the best. You've done so well for yourself in life. This is more a Thanksgiving, and thank you to Clement. And the people love you. We love you. You know, we watch those soapies because I see your face. I'm like, oh, all right. Let me watch what's Motshabi doing now.
Nice.
So I'm just wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. What Clement doesn't know, we always talk about how we were snobs, but Runa, we were the celebrity in our young years.
Yeah.
Dr. Mutlatsi's dad was an inspector of schools in Soweto. So we kind of had privileges, you know, now organize the youth club, we would go there. That's where I first met Lili, Nkosinati Biko. We were young. Nkosinati was a little boy, you know, and we met Bo. Can I give you the boxers in South Africa from America? Remember the one that
Ali and
I didn't meet Muhammad, but come on, John Tate. I remember because we were already out there with the you know oh my God, because I'm getting excited. I need to breathe. But we have that kind of background, privilege. And that's why we have to be grateful, because we had parents who could guide us. You know, Ntate Mokwape, her father, you know, with that organization, the youth club in those days. And I'm talking when we were what? How old were we?
We were young. We were like maybe 17.
Yeah, even young. So that also gave, those are the things that gave us even the direction and, you know, to help us.
Absolutely.
To make us. Oh, thank you for calling,
Thank you for
sweetheart.
calling us.
Love you.
Dr. Mutlatsi.
Clement, you just reminded me how I used to find Motsabi's voice so comforting when I was a kid. Every time you heard her on TV or on an audio-only project, it felt like your favorite aunt was visiting and everything was going to be okay. It was going to be a good day. The family was going to be happy. They were going to laugh. So I don't know if anyone else has ever told her that her voice just has that quality to it, but for the rest of her life, it will mean so much to so many people. And we thank you for sharing your talent and your gift with us. Kay from Joburg.
Hey, Clem. This is Tumelo here from Mabuluka in Brett. Mzante's own theater and screen gem, Aus Motshabi. You know, just a few weeks ago, from that time, I've been listening to these adverts running on 702 right now about this frustrated mother who's complaining about food labeling, the amount of sugar and the salt content on food. And I was like, this must be Motshabi. Because it sounds so much like her.
Wow.
I'm so hooked to that advert because of its authenticity. And man, I'm like, we are really blessed. We are really blessed. My sister, keep it up. Your sound will continue to reverberate long after you have switched the screen off. And may God open the doors for you, because you are saying that you feel you haven't done enough. You haven't reflected the true nature of South Africa's life. May God open doors for you to realize that. Love you so much.
Oh, beautiful.
Love you too.
Amen.
Thank you.
Hi, Clement. Oh, you have a beautiful lady in the show. We love her so much. She's so classy. I mean, if there's one actor in South Africa who can fit it like very perfectly in the famous The Bridgerton, That's her.
Omuhau, omuhau,
Modimo,
Muhau, wa modimo, kikwetae
Kaka. Oh man, thank you, Bongi. I just love the song. When I'm happy, this is what I groove with. Take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Oh my goodness, Clement. I am so happy that you have Motshabi in the studio today. Oh my gosh, where do I begin? Motshabi is so graceful, so poised. She's just class personified. Motshabi ke go rata. I just want to tell you now, gore o itse ke a go rata. Tumi wa go rata. I get so excited. Ge ke mo bona mo Skeem Sam. Like, I get so excited. I feel like I don't see enough of you on the telly. Gore o ka re o ka boa, you know? Yeah. Ke a go rata, Motshabi. You are beautiful. God bless you.
Oh,
thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Well, you can check it out. You are on the ETV MZ.
Yes, I was just about to say, no, Kibuile, I'm on the screen.
And she's showing us flames there. Oh, yeah. Kadi pizza. Pizza. Go check. So it's on ETV.
ETV every day, Monday to Fridays, actually, not every day, Saturday, excluding Saturdays, Sundays at 9 p.m. Yes, Mzini, and I play Ausin Tlokomeleng. It's a beautiful series. Please go watch it. If you missed that, because it's been on for 2 weeks. I think this is our second week. Yeah. Please go back from the beginning
so that you get the context. Well, Aunt Motshabi, thank you so much for coming. This was so wonderful, and I hope you know how you've impacted this nation.
Wow.
Through your artistry, through people say you are so graceful, and you spoke about grace in the beginning before we even started the conversation. What a full circle moment. So we appreciate you and we appreciate your work, and just know that you have left us touched differently by your work.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you. And I hope I will continue, to do that needs to be done. Because it's also not just what I want to do. It's what
needs to be done.
What needs to be done. What I have to do by the one who gave me the gift. So let's tell the stories. Let's challenge the status quo. I really get emotional because so much is happening. Our children are not safe. You were talking about, the world is not safe for us. And I think artists also have a major role to play in helping that. And that's why I feel we need to really, really make sure that we play our role.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hanging out with Clement
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.